Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is the DST Show. We are live in a basement near you. And of course, we have plenty to discuss about and to chill. Of course, big news. New York Yankees over a 2-game losing streak over our road series against the Yankees. We somehow picked up the major upset. Now we're going to be in a 3-game road trip against the Oakland Athletics, and then we're back with the Houston Astros to redeem ourselves and possibly try to tie the series over the month. And also, over recordings from the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, it seems to be a fan got his dumbass out by a fight. Don't know how. Don't know why. Why would you have a fight in a wrestling pay-per-view? That usually happens for sporting events. Not for fat nerds that come around saying that a Naruto fighting game is better than a Street Fighter fighting game. Like, there is no testosterone secreted out of a goddamn wrestling event nowadays. And just noticing that there was a fight while a pay-per-view was going on, man, oh man, it's surprising. Furthermore, more news. We also have Kyrie Irving in an opt-in option over no interest, barely enough interest for majority of at least 5 teams. And majority of, and the most news we have over team interest over free agency market would have to opt into a veteran's minimum after opting out of his contract, where he wouldn't even be making at least $20 million over the Los Angeles Lakers to the amount of max contract players that they have, like Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, and LeBron James. Kyrie have to spread over to getting $6 million, and who would it be trying to switch the role of making $30 million to $6 million? So Kyrie's possibly accepting one more year with the Brooklyn Nets unless they fuck up in the second half of the season. And this ain't no spring tricking like when he went to the Celtics. He was still young before his prime careers, still putting up decent productions, being a highlight maker over for the Boston Celtics, and possibly his legitimate. I feel like those Boston Celtics teams are better than those Brooklyn Nets teams he had, because there was more homegrown young talent, more legitimacy of depth, and just any position is able to do damage on the side of the floor when you had Al Horford or or when you had Gordon Hayward for the first 2 seasons before he went to Charlotte. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum were showing out. And Kyrie Irving just was the offensive stability. Just injuries always held it back, and just underperformances, and it just shows. Also with their lack of chemistry. So a lot of stuff always holds Kyrie back. I think Kyrie needs to be a lot more humbling, thinks he's 30 fucking years old. And the way that the media is going to push off, I guess the Nets fans can breathe for a while until they pick more nearly out of their prime all-star players to force over on their rosters with very minimal depth but high expectations with no homegrown talent. When they do have homegrown talent, like they did around at least when they had D'Angelo Russell, Karis LeVert, and Jared Allen, they trade them away. So just knowing that's the case of what's going on around the league, all we have is the major piece being one of the best offensive wing players out of Bradley Beal available for free agency after, 10 seasons as a Washington Wizard, with the bare minimum of playoff success, underwhelming draft picks, and an injury-riddled John Wall with underperformances. I think over Bradley Beal and John Wall's time on the Wizards, bro, I can only name 2 50-win seasons, and then John Wall getting injured for most of them. And guys, don't think this is coming over a source of malice. I like John Wall. Fun player to watch that was actually high key on defense. didn't develop a three-pointer like a lot of guys around that was drafted around the late 2010s. That's not Steph Curry to develop a three-pointer a bit later over their career. Because guys like John Wall and guys like Russell Westbrook around that time kind of have a prototypical 2-point, can play the shooting guard a bit more, but more of a slasher of a ball handler, can protrude around the play, and the guard and the forward usually coexist around the floor a lot more than motioning around for everybody to play apart. So, yeah, John Wall was one of those guys, but I feel like, in my opinion, if we had prime John Wall, I would pick him over Russell Westbrook, in my opinion. Other than that motor, that hustle, and a good force into the paint, I need that defense. I feel like John Wall was way more better at shot selection, more efficient in actually getting us into high-scoring games. He's actually good at shooting. So I would rather pick, injury riddle over stat patter. And you know what happens over your first year of getting stat patter. And even with the guys that, Westbrook had to play under, Westbrook was still the second best player when they got Paul George for the first two to three seasons before he went over to LA to play with Kawhi Leonard, and when he played that James Harden that 1 year. And Bradley Beal was still the prime guy to be, even though Westbrook still put up like subpar numbers. What was he? Like 10 rebounds, probably 9.8 assists, and I don't know, he was averaging around 18 points. I would be shocked myself, in my opinion. And yes, Monday Night Raw is over. To no one's surprise, Becky Lynch won a last chance triple threat elimination match, beat Doudrop and Zia Lee to qualify for the Money in the Bank briefcase match. That pay-per-view is in headlines for the wrong reasons. One, because venue changed because of a lack of draws, especially when Cody Rhodes is out, the only prime top guy that we actually have that hasn't been inconsistently used because he's only been in the WWE for like 3 months since he got signed back. And obviously Goldberg won't be making an appearance. John Cena's doesn't have a storyline lined up. Roman Reigns is doing part-time. So already the world champion, that's the top heel in the company, is already not a constant state to have as a pay-per-view draw when we do monthly pay-per-views. That's a problem. And seeing that they're just waiting until SummerSlam, expect Money in the Bank to do a poor pay-per-view buy. That's what I'm expecting. I don't think Money in the Bank, if we can check out the pay-per-view buys from every Money in the Bank pay-per-view, let's see. I think the most pay-per-view buys for Money in the Bank was either 2011, and that's about it. People would say, "Oh, well, the WrestleMania card of Money in the Bank 2016 obviously got my pee-pee hard." Yeah, 276 pay-per-view buys over Money in the Bank from 2011. And that was the time before the network. And if we were looking 2 years after that, over the pay-per-view buys they got around Money in the Bank from 2012 to 2013, gradually increased and then decreased and then increased again. And that was the Money in the Bank where CM Punk wasn't in the main event or world champion. Because I think at Money in the Bank he was feuding with Curtis Axel. So that's wild for me. Also, we also have the Roe v. Wade Act. Talking with this with co-workers, it's been the talk of the town because, of course, Planned Parenthood is still a major thing in the United States. If anybody doesn't pay attention to the world today, or you've just been living under a rock. But yeah, abortions do happen. The choice of a child coming into the world is primarily by the woman. And of course, majority of people, of course, have a disagreement with that. And yeah, I don't know. To be honest, not really my concern because I'm not a woman. And over the guys that have a concern about this, they haven't pulled out. That's just my concern over all this. And even if they do, there's plenty of reasons. And I discussed with the shout out to Giants Nation, RJ. We were talking about this live or on stream. I thought we were just gonna go over GM mode for SmackDown versus Raw 2008, but they put that into discussion. So we talked about it. John Jay, shout outs to him, a great Niners YouTuber, had something to say about it, and a bit of a impeachment, trying to feel like, well, it's the doctor. Well, we gotta blame the doctor. Of course, the doctor doesn't. You think the woman's gonna try to damage her ovaries and her innards, trying to get rid of a fucking zygote? You know how much of a gradual process it is to patiently get rid of living organism from the womb? It's like you're blaming the hitman for the hit instead of the person who called the hit. That's dumb. So that's a weird thing. So that's a weird way to assess things, to try to push the blame away from the man or the woman. Because either way, you're a piece of shit. And the circumstantial thing is, it's statistically unproven that there would be a way to, like, a constitutional way to get rid, or religious or reasonable or humane way to get rid of a child, unless it's inconvenience. Like if you're too young, or if you smash the wrong guy, or the guy that you're with didn't pull out, or some other dumb shit. You can even get it from prenut. If you'll be surprised what happens in intercourse, and it happens. And yes, there's a gradual amount of, there is sexual assault is an occurrence, and if that's the reason for you to get rid of an unwanted child, you have the right to do so. And I feel like that's awful. But most of these things that happen, it's from inconvenience. It's not of situations where it's absolutely that I need to get this shit away from me. It's disgusting. But that's enough. That's the most I'm going to touch about it. Unless somebody has a disagreement, I wouldn't mind conversing that with you. That's what the link is up here for. I'm not restricting anybody's right for free speech. You can type it down in the chat if you want to. You can pull up if you want to. We also have draft is over, and we're 3 more days until the end of the month here of June 26, 2022. The NBA free agency lot. I went more on it 2018 than I did around the last 2 years. No, 2019 was a bigger free agency poll. We had Al Horford getting an overpriced $100 million for 3 years with the 76ers. Who else? Kawhi Leonard and Paul George went over to the Clippers. Westbrook went to the Rockets. That was a wild free agency. Also, LeBron James went into the goddamn Lakers. That's headlines right there. And we also have a major guest. What's going on here, YTC?
What's up, man? Yo.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, what's up? I'm glad to be on here. So, wasn't on the show earlier with Michael because I had to do a couple of things.
Yeah, just went over Roe v. Wade for a bit, but my own take onto it. I'm about to go over NBA free agency because we're just only 3 nights away, and even if the free agency pool over for unrestricted free agents is pretty low in star power, trades could still happen. We have a whole month to go over it, and it's the funnest part of the NBA season. How you feel about that?
I'm looking forward to the trades mostly because since we secured a lot of first rounders in New York, so I wonder what we're gonna do with those first rounders.
Me too. And do you feel like who you think has the biggest chip on the shoulder over free agency this year?
Yeah, I don't know who's in free agency right now.
I mean,
I don't
team
have a
wise.
clue. Oh, on the Knicks?
Any team, any team.
Well, for I heard John Wall got signed earlier to the Clippers today.
Pardon me.
Yeah, he got signed. That's what I saw on it Instagram.
Holy
John
shit!
Wall went to the Clippers.
Oh god. How the fuck am I late on this? John Wall got signed to the Clippers, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I just saw.
They're taking up that what's the minimum they put on that contract? I heard it's still 42 million.
I don't know. They haven't disclosed any terms so far. All I saw was that he just got signed. I don't know what the contract is right now is. I'm assuming it's something cheap. I don't think it's anything big.
Well, Kyrie got taken out of the free agency portal because he opted in with the Nets for one more season.
Yeah.
James Harden's possibly going to opt in an extra deal with the 76ers, but there's probably going to be a contractual dispute. Westbrook's probably, especially what he did over on media, not media day, a press conference recently, he's possibly going to stay at least one extra year with the Lakers unless everything goes bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see one big free agency signing for the Nets. For the Knicks, you want to know who that is?
You said Miles Turner the other time.
Yeah. You don't deserve a good player. You're gonna get.
No, we're already trying to. We got Jalen Brunson, I think.
Well, you're rumored to get Jalen Brunson, but I don't think I would pass up $100 million on a.
Yeah, I don't know why we would overpay him for that much. He's not that worth all that money.
For a decent.
He only had a couple of games because Luka was hurt, obviously. That's why he allocated all those points because after Luka, was hurt, so that's why his numbers increased. Beforehand, I don't think his numbers weren't doing too much to be worth $100 million.
He was not impressive that much. He was at least averaging around like 12, 13.
I think it was averaging 13 to 15 points a night. Yeah, he's not worth $100 million for that type of player.
Well, we're giving $50 million to Pat Beverly all because he talked shit on ESPN. I'm sorry, what?
No, it's not worth that money. I don't know why we're overpaying him that much.
Yeah, I saw
he's a good contributor, but he's
on headlines. So come on, man.
But he's not a superstar. If I'm gonna give 100, I'd rather give it to Donovan or fucking hell. I'd rather give it to DeJounte Murray before I give it to fucking Jalen Brunson
or DeAndre Ayton. That's still a free agent technically.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't want Ayton because he's troubled in rebounds. Really, we want a rebounder in New York, obviously.
And the biggest rebounder is Khloe Kardashian. No. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
Well, in Devin Booker's case, he's the biggest rebounder of his own self after he left Kendall.
The major rebounders that you can get is either Josef Nurkic, that's still available.
Oh yeah, from the Trailblazers, yeah.
Serge Ibaka, Montrezl Harrell's over with legal trouble because I heard he just got arrested.
Harrell, I don't think so. No. Yeah. And Ibaka, he's old, I think.
Ibaka, you can see his African cooking videos. Ibaka Zubac, that's a Clipper, is available.
Ibaka Zubac, how old is he?
He's 25, not that old.
Oh, he's pretty young. I wouldn't mind him. He's a big man in the paint.
Mohamed Bamba, I have a problem with his production.
Mo Bamba, yeah.
Like sometimes, like he barely even shows out. I think Wendell Carter Jr. averaged more rebounds than him, and he's not much of an offensive asset.
Yeah, he's really not.
Like Chris Boucher from Toronto is more of an asset.
And he's not he's the rotational guy, I guess, right behind Pascal Siakam.
And Kevon Looney is available. So there's
Kevon Looney, yeah.
And Bobby Portis.
Yeah, we could have. Man, I'm mad Black Squirrel did better than what they left us.
It's like, hey, let's overpay this guy, trade him away before his contract expires, and then immediately after he leaves the Bucks, it's like, fuck that. Giannis is a choker. He wins a ton.
Yep. I'm looking at let me look at the free agency right now. I'm looking at this. I'm out of the Google up the free agency list.
Knicks legend Kevin Knox is available.
Oh wow! Then we traded him to
I'm
the
sorry.
and we traded him to the Hawks. And we got Cam Reddish for him.
Devontae DiVinzio. I know Nicholas Batum, man.
All right,
I think
NBA 2022 free agency trackers. I'm looking now. All right. So far, James Harden, John Wall, Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal.
What's Paul Millsap still doing in the league?
Zach LaVine, Ricky Rubio, Iguodala, Gary Harris, Thaddeus Young, John Ingles, Taurean Prince, Nurkic, I wouldn't mind, T.J. Warren, Ayton, Ibaka, Harold, Derrick Jones Jr.
What's your opinion on T.J. Warren? You feel like he's a major asset?
Meh. I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm looking at, hang on. Jeremy Lamb, DeAndre Ayton, Harold Johnson, Dion Wright from Atlanta, Kyle Mr. Anderson, nonstop. Marvin Bagley, Tyrus Jones, Thomas Bryant, PJ Tucker, Ivaka Zubac.
Wasn't Marvin Bagley like a number 3 overall pick? Jesus.
Well,
Marvin Bagley, he was like a number 3 overall pick.
Yep, and he didn't pan out much.
Oh, God.
Chris Boucher, Jared Culver, Patty Mills. Hey, I wouldn't mind Patty Mills on the rotation to replace Derrick Rose. He's good for rotation, Patty Mills.
50 years old, but he can still shoot good threes.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind Patty Mills on the other side of New York. Colin Sexton, Hamidou Diallo, Avery Bradley, Dennis Schroeder, Mo Bamba,
Rodney Hood,
a.k.a. Desmond Johnson from RDC World. Now stop.
Oh wow! Why we gotta keep?
Not because I swear he looks exactly like Rodney Hood.
I know that, but I try not to always bring it up, man.
He always looks like Rodney Hood. All right, anyway, Robin Lopez, the inferior Lopez.
Josh Jackson.
I see Josh Jackson, Lewis Williams, Jalen Smith, Kayvon Looney, Kevin Knox, Black Squidward, Miles Bridges. I wouldn't mind Miles Bridges. Gorgui Dieng, Jake Layman, Trey Brown Jr., Mike Muscala, Dante DiVincenzo.
Wasn't he on the Bucks?
Dante DiVincenzo, yeah. He was in the Bucks and got traded to Rod in Sacramento.
For who?
Lonnie Walker, Frank Jackson, Knicks legend Ryan Archicidiano, Josh Ogley, LaMarcus Aldridge, Paul Millsap, Wayne Ellington,
Miles, Josh Jackson to San Antonio, traded for Serge Ibaka.
The corpses of Dwight Howard and Blake Griffin.
I did not know this was a 4-way trade.
The corpse of John Rondo, Udonis Haslem, and Carmelo Anthony. Anthony Simons, but he's probably going to get resigned. I wouldn't mind Simons.
I bet they're going to overpay him.
Anthony Simons, Hassan Whiteside, another corpse. Andre Drummond.
He's a Heat legend.
Shut up. He's a Heat legend. I know. Oladipo. Porter, Lionel Richie, aka Otto Porter. Yep, Rodney Hood, Alfred Payton, and Wesley Matthews. He's good for rotation. Malik Monk, I would love him too, but they're probably going to give him.
Just who's good for depth.
Yeah, that's what I want on rotation. I mean, at this point, anyone's good for rotation because of a Derrick Rose, hurt ass.
But guys, remember when they dropped 25 that game? Out!
Yeah, I remember when Alex first dropped 28. Yeah, good times. He dropped 28 on the Suns. No, not the Suns, on the Bulls. Good times. All right, I'm looking forward. Hang on. Isaiah Roby, Mitchell Robinson. Hopefully we resign him. Jalen McDaniels, Max Daniels, Jalen Brunson, Damian Lee, Cody Martin, Claxton, Paschal, Kankar, Biombo, Dort, Reeves, Luca Garza, CJ Alabi, Anthony Gill, Jalen Noel,
Okay, there's like hundreds of people
Watanabe,
on free agent. Most of these guys are not going to get signed back.
yeah,
Oh,
Toscano
God.
Anderson, Gabriel, yeah, Lance Stevenson, Dragic. I'm looking Cornette,
Did you see
DeAndre
Zion? Will-
Jordan,
Did you see Zion
the other
Williamson's
Martin.
video?
Wait, what?
Zion Williamson's video of him
Oh, what?
in the gym. He was working out.
Okay. Well, it needs to. Anyway, Thomas
No carbohydrates.
Setoransky, Caleb Martin, Isaiah Thomas from the Hornets, Skylar Mays, Greg Monroe. I'm looking. Anthony
Greg
Lamb.
Monroe, wasn't he in China or
Yep.
Mexico? Oh my God.
I'm looking at these. Hang on. I don't know half of these dudes. I don't know who the fuck these people are.
Yeah, I think most of these guys are just two-way players or something.
No, the list is afterwards. When as you scroll down.
Oh, those are the guys that are making minimum wage in the NBA, so they're making more still than a WNBA player.
I mean, yeah, because NBA contracts are guaranteed compared to the NFL and baseball. They're definitely guaranteed the contracts with the NBA compared to them getting paid more than the NFL. No, because with the NFL contracts, there's more loopholes. They can get you into basically fall into, so they pay you less, such as injury, so they just pay you a settlement, which is not much. So there's things like that.
Sorry that you tore your ACL, Alex Smith. It looks you'll only be making $5 million for the rest of the season. What the fuck?
And here, so that way we don't cut you. Here's a medical compensation to waive you off, so we can pay you a settlement for half what you're making.
Don't worry, we'll give you a sad song just to fuck you. I mean, of course, just to show how much of a strong player you are.
We'll give you at least Yep. We'll give you at least $500K to $100K in a settlement than what you should have been making with $5 million. And it's prostitution. Now go fuck yourself.
Why? Remember when the Chiefs were above 500, but without him they won a Super Bowl? Fuck you, Alex Smith.
Yep.
That is so depressing.
I mean, the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs from 2010 to now have never had a losing record.
Yeah, they've been incredibly consistent as a playoff team and a good offense.
And got a Super Bowl out of it. This is one of their best runs throughout their course of history, since the 1960s.
And the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Tony Gonzalez, I'm sorry.
Yeah, basically.
Brian Finneran. Jesus Christ, Ronnie White. Michael Turner. Fucking... Oh, God. So many of the Falcons' terrible and consistent corners from the 2000s.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Sorry, every time I just think about Tony Gonzalez, I think more about the Falcons than I do about the Chiefs. Is that weird?
Mm-hmm.
Because I watched football around the late 2010s or 2000s. I did not watch it around because I was very little. And did you get to watch Raw? Or you were busy.
Yeah, I was busy.
Yeah, not much happened except they were bringing up John Cena. It's like, guys, is this a Hall of Fame induction? And this is just to tease over Austin Theory's feud with him for the U.S. title to get him over. So that's the most I can say about Raw, other than Becky Lynch won qualifiers to win. To get a chance for the Money in the Bank briefcase, even though it's unnecessary. Isn't she like a top star? Why does she need it? And it's another this isn't sexist if I say that I tuned off at the women's main event. It's just manhandle slam, and the fans just have to get up, like they're forced to. It's just dull. It's unwatchable. Desmond Trufant. Oh God. Robert McClain. Josh Wilson. I think he broke his neck one. Corey Peters.
Yeah, Corey Peters. Remember when he existed in the league? For randomly on Madden. Only Madden people would know who he is.
I think he got me like one good forced fumble in a terrible toss play at like 3rd and 10, and he got a forced fumble for me.
Remember when you drafted certain linebacker? Remember when you drafted the guys like Chris Borland, who eventually left the league for the Niners? He eventually was good in franchise mode, but then he didn't pan out in real life.
Yeah,
I remember those days, and also James Laurinaitis.
I don't want to remember. Fuck off. How do you remember James Laurinaitis?
Thank you, Madden 12. Because he's related to John Laurinaitis for people power.
When's the last time James Laurinaitis put up all pro stats?
I just remember.
Tell me.
And also,
didn't he play for the Jags that time? What the fuck? I remember I picked him up for a role player in Madden 15 for the fucking Oklahoma City Bison. Terrible relocation teams. You can't even customize the colorway. Madden sucks ass.
Mm-hmm.
They went 8-8. At least they won 5 straight. But it was the beginning of the season. Then the bye week happened. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. They only won 2 of their last 6. Matt Ryan grabbed his sticks. At least he was near 5,000. Oh, was this their first year with Devontae Freeman? He was like 23 at this time. Patrick DeMarco, I don't remember him. Tevin Coleman was still on the Falcons. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Julio Jones was a fucking monster.
What Madden you're on?
I'm just I just found some 2015 Falcons when they like had a good offense, but they still like missed the playoffs.
And also, I think wasn't it Roddy White's last year? No, I thought it was the year before that.
Huh?
When Roddy White was still in the league?
No, I think that was the year before.
Yeah, Roddy White retired around. Yeah, he was played from 06. I think he played from 05 or 06 to 2014.
Outside the 2013. I think it's 2013.
Yeah, he played around there. He didn't play much.
No, he played 2015. He had 900 yards. Not bad. 900 yards. Played 14 out of 16 games. Started most of them. Started all of his 14 games before missing the last 2. And got 80 receptions out of 125 catches. Targets. So at least he caught a deep one, just like your mom did.
Oh.
But played. Oh God, Harry Douglas. Who remembers him? Oh Jesus. And their defense was just Dwight Looney was. Desmond Trufant was still there. When did they have Greg Hardy? I don't think they had Greg Hardy. Or else I'm confusing that with Vic Beasley. Because I think they had Vic.
I remember Beasley. Remember when Vic Beasley was a touted, first rounder, thanks to Madden 25.
Yeah, that was like for like 4 or 5 seasons until like he underperformed like the year
when
after
I played,
Super Bowl.
Yeah, last time I really gave a fuck about Ultimate Team.
That was Madden 25. Madden 16 for me.
Probably 17. No, probably 17 after that. It was when Gronk on the cover. I stopped playing Madden Ultimate Team after 18. Ultimate Team and Madden Mobile after 18.
Why you have to put special effects for the 99 overalls? You're gonna get the next fucking year.
And also because I knew a lot of emulators on how to hack the free tickets, those free tokens on the there.
How much did you get?
Up 1,000, millions of tokens to buy,
packs.
to buy
You're
cards and buy, on the
you're an
bidding.
awful human being. I just want you to know.
I ain't no saint. I never claimed I was a saint.
Oh God. That's
It
like,
got
bro,
too easy for me.
we can get that golden ticket, Tom Brady, like we did last year, like we and the year before that, and the year before that. Yeah.
By the end of the month, I had my entire team like a 99 plus overall.
Did you feel ashamed that you were just murking players all because you just hacked the system?
Yep.
Does that still
Hey,
exist to this day? Can you still do that?
I don't know. I haven't done it in years, so I stopped playing Madden Mobile.
Well, back in the day, you were like you said Madden 17, so you were possibly still in high school.
Yeah, I was in high school. Yeah, I was Madden 17 came out what 16? Yeah, I was in my sophomore year. Yeah,
Uh huh.
yeah, it was in the summer 2016. Making like yeah, I was in my sophomore year. I was going into my junior year. Yeah, after I left. Yeah,
2016. I think it was in 10th
I
grade.
graduated in 2017. So yeah.
Oh, I graduated the year after.
Uh huh.
I had a weird ass growth spurt at that time. They were still trying to drill me to play edge, even though they still had me a fucking nose. I was so pissed because I wanted to play defensive end. And it's like, you have great footwork, so how come we don't want to play line? Because I'm not good at protecting. And every time I practice, you give me that lanky ass tight end to just slap my arms and think that's good defense. It's awful. It's an awful experience, and the coach always treated me like I had half a brain cell whenever working on drills. When our team two just sucked, like our team one, it sucked.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm just having a group chat. I'm in my group chat right now talking about basically our our little insatiation for horror stuff and documentaries and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. You're into horror. I'm not.
Yeah, of course I listen to the horror stories a lot and documentaries on a lot of crimes and disturbing weird shit that happened.
I mean, that's always a
I'm in the
that's always a good
you know
conversation.
like horror stories, nightmare files, stuff like that. Yeah.
What's up, Jamel? What's popping? Yeah, it's been a minute, man. I haven't gotten to see you in a bit, man. I think since you were in the stream with Swerve, but yeah. So Money in the Bank is this Saturday, and just knowing from did you hear the news about their venue changing over the
Hmm.
past couple of weeks? Yeah, they're over like advertising around the city of Vegas, and changing it up. There was a decline in ticket sales, and they had to move into a smaller venue around Nevada. So that's gotta suck for a lot of people that already ordered over their tickets. And the main event is possibly just going to be the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yeah.
If that's the case, don't call the pay-per-view Money in the Bank. Stop calling the
Hmm.
pay-per-view Money in the Bank. The last time there was a good pay-per-view buy for Money in the Bank was, guess what? Guess what,
When
YTC?
for
I think
for a
you
normal pay per view?
for Money in the Bank. For every Money in the
What
Bank.
2011?
Yep.
Yeah, the CM Punk and yeah, because it was Chicago. Yeah, CM Punk. They wanted to see CM Punk walk away with the title.
When was the last time you ever had a big storyline for Money in the Bank? Except 2016 and 2011. Never? Thank you.
No, I don't
So,
know.
never. So, you'll be surprised to know how much this probably is something that people shouldn't spend their real pay-per-view money until like SummerSlam later this month. The next
Uh-huh.
month, my fault. Because, we actually have a main event with 2 stars for the same title. Lesnar and Rollins again. Why they keep doing the same goddamn main event? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I heard about Kyrie.
What happened with
Yeah,
Kyrie Sane?
no, not the wrestler.
Well, Kyrie?
Yeah,
Oh, Kyrie Irving.
Irving. Jesus Christ.
There's two
Well, their names
Kyries.
are not even said. Their names
I
are not
don't.
even saying the same way. Also,
I think.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Fuck you. Oh yeah, the Forbidden Door pay-per-view thingy. That
Yeah, I
happened
didn't
while
see
I was
that.
at work. Yeah, there was a fight with with fans. Some footage was taken live. Did you see it?
Really? I
Yes, there
gotta
was a
look it
fight.
up. Well, Gavin would have told me.
I'll find it. Give me a second.
I'm just gonna look up the results right now.
I think all the New Japan guys lost, and Moxie's the world champion. And who else? See, Cesaro. They call him Claudio Castagnoli. That sounds
Yeah,
like
he
he'd
went
make
by
a
his.
nice Ring of Honor name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No,
Yeah,
they went by the Yeah, they went by his old name in Indies, anyways. I saw
did he?
Cesaro came back. Yeah, I just saw on Instagram.
That sounds like he makes a
I don't
mean
keep
ass
up.
pizza.
I don't keep up with wrestling like I used to. I only use social media to do that for me. I only watch the pay-per-views, man. That's it. I'm part-timing.
Yeah, everybody part times that were actual fans like you back in the day. And
Yeah,
guess
as a
what?
kid, you're
I
always
don't blame
tuning,
you at
but
all.
I don't have that same passion anymore. Like
Me too.
because basically Vince ruins everything that I liked. The last time I really gave a shit about WWE was NXT, like the black and gold, not the one Triple H was running. That was the last time I gave a shit completely. I tuned in every week.
YTC, I'm so glad you actually support a part of wrestling that's black.
The black and gold brand.
Damn it. All right, I got it. Give me a second.
Yeah. Remember when back then, everybody said Tyler Breeze was supposed to be the next top star.
What's wrong with you?
Remember when Velveteen Dream was supposed to be the thing before the allegations? Yeah,
I mean,
such times, such times.
I think all wrestlers have this weird mentality of getting themselves into terrible illegal stuff. I don't know why they're doing this. So here is the fight right now.
I'm gonna look it up on the screen. I'm looking on my screen now. I wasn't looking before. Hang on.
And here's the
Pull up my
fan.
phone.
Anybody can see
Okay.
here on the screen.
I see someone being dragged out. Hang on. Uh-oh.
Yep.
They're holding him back.
One is George Floyding it. And the guy is trying to punch out the security guy.
I would have haymakered him after that.
Yeah, you see the security guy trying to hold back? I don't even know how originally was this like he was being too loud and he was disturbing or something. I need further detail on that if anybody got the know-how on how that happened. Where the fuck is the tab? Fans getting kicked out. This man. I don't give a shit about Will Ospreay. Please stop.
So now they're advertising Austin Theory versus fucking John Cena, I heard today.
Quan China?
Yeah, John Cena. No, John Cena.
This is ice cream in Chinese.
John Cena versus, Austin Theory, AK and, a long lost NSYNC member.
I mean, I don't mind Austin Theory, but I feel like they're going to overly push him until, like, the fans get bored of him because he has no personality.
He's just... there's nothing really there's not personality to him. Like, it's just him singing,
Oh, let me have a selfie! Yeah! There's nothing about him intriguing.
Tyler Breeze... Didn't Tyler Breeze do that? The only thing is he had a selfie stick. So they practically...
they repackaged the same shit. Except he had a selfie stick.
Yeah, exactly. And he had the flamboyant character. He had a flamboyant character.
Austin Theory has a pedo stash.
Yeah, Austin Theory does.
Why are you fighting in a wrestling event? That's my issue. What's there to fight about? Especially on AEW. You think there's any masculine fan on AEW? That guy possibly punched a 12-year-old boy being like, who's the guy twerking in the ring?
Who's that?
Is that Sonny Kiss? God damn, it is so sad. That has to be the saddest way ever to, start a fight in your little safe space so you can confidently hate WWE in peace while still, watching their product anyway, so you can understand the inside references.
So that's for point guard. No, that's what I'm reading TRL's tweet on Twitter right now. He's like
Uh-huh.
video dropping soon because he hates LA teams. So yeah.
Giants Nation had a great conversation involving Roe v. Wade the other night that we went over, and I disagree a bit respectfully. I don't want John Jay to take this as a negative critic.
I don't think did he ever come on here?
No. I'm just trying to make a point. Like the way that he accounted blaming over the doctor, it's not the man or the woman's fault. It's like I said earlier around the stream. It's like blaming the hitman for the hit instead of blaming the person who hired the hitman to do.
Yeah, the one who orchestrated the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I didn't kill her. You ordered it. And they're like, you think that was in the doctor's pleasure? Did you think the first guy? To do an abortion was proud of it? That's fucked.
Minoru Suzuki. Yeah, go ahead.
Who else?
Yeah, I'm looking at the matches. They defeated,
Tanahashi.
Bubba Ray Dudley. Debo, Eddie Kingston, 2.0.
You're about to call him Devon Dudley. I'm weak.
Yeah, that's because Eddie Kingston is practically the Spanish version of fucking Bubba Ray Dudley at this point.
They would have had that on ECW or something.
No, the way he has promos like, I'm tired of making fucking stars up in this New York accent from Yonkers. Stuff like that. Whatever he says.
I'm from Yonkers. Go to your daddy, Paul Heyman. Well, I think that was Ivan Dragunov he beat up anyway.
Ilya Dragunov. Yeah, Ilya. Yeah.
Ilya, yeah.
Go to your Paul daddy and and tell him I just gave you the best lesson of your life. Like that. I'm tired of making these superstars. Adam Cole, I made him. Fucking Matt Riddle, I made him. I made every one of them motherfuckers on NXT. I'm better than half of that roster.
He's the bitter old bitch. What is it Adam Page talking about? You hear about him?
What did Hangman say? What did Hangman say after he lost the title now?
No, this was on Twitter. He was talking about because Booker T was critiquing over Adam Cole's physique. And he said, I hope I don't retire and grow old so I can become a bitter old bitch, taking away the spotlight from the old guy, from the new guys, and be irrelevant like you.
Booker's, oh my god. He's one to talk.
You want to talk, you 40-year-old indie jobber that used to teach high school classes. What part of that sounds like a young talent? That's fucking Shane Douglas from ECW. What are you talking about? You're Shane Douglas with less promo skill.
Yep. Less promo skill and less notoriety. Probably going to be a flash in the pan as soon as there's another top star that can replace you. Another flash in the pan at the pass.
What? We were world champion for several months. Tell me when was the reason they ever said, Adam Page did this on Dynamite and got most of the ratings. No one ever hears about that. The world champion is never the major draw of the show nowadays, and you're one of the reasons why, Adam Page. You're a boring bitch. You're built like Sonny.
He's generic as hell, to be honest.
So how can you rip off James Storm, but you don't have the person?
Basically, James Storm with less promo skills. Literally, sorry about your damn look.
Beer chugging cowboy that wrestles. Doesn't sound familiar.
Like I've never seen that before on TNA. At this point, it's going to be a rehashed
country. I'm sorry.
That's all you need, basically, and then it's practically TNA in AEW. That's just one country girl. That's all you need.
And these wrestlers, look, and this goes for anybody in life. You fucking listen to somebody that's more successful than you. At this point, if you want to make a biz, just turn Luchasaurus heel. Honestly, this is ideas. It's not an insult. It's called an idea. It's called a take. If you don't like it, you take it somewhere else. You fucking bitch. I'm sick and tired of
And
this.
also for those wrestling fans, just because I don't, have the time and decency and supposed to have a lot of more priorities than over wrestling right now, does not mean I know nothing about wrestling. Can we put that out of the way?
You're not a
I
real
do
wrestling
not want
fan.
have to see. I do not have to see little Jimmy and fucking Chad
Barstool.
wrestle at a fucking local gym for $5 to get front row seats for $20 for a match that only has like 5 people around surrounding it Friday night because it's a small town for nothing to do around.
Oh, yo, shout out to YPC just burying every other wrestler alive right now. Just like I have to go to your local high school with Sweaty Warehouse where you guys are killing each other for $20 a
Yeah,
pop.
killing each other with poor ventilation in that bitch. Hot as a motherfucker. Nothing but smells like ball sacks and fucking Doritos and that shit.
Literally, my uncle was like, "Hey, you kids want to go to a wrestling event? Yeah, sure. Monday Night Raw. I heard it's gonna be in New Jersey. Can we go with my cousins? Yeah. No. I'm talking about this event. You see, it has X-Pac and two trannies. What the?
And oh no, it has. Remember when? Remember the Hurricane? You remember the Hurricane? You remember Chris Masters, Yoshitatsu? Yeah,
He's
they're
called Chris
wrestling that night.
Adonis. He's called Chris Adonis. I'm weak.
You remember those wrestlers back in WWE? And also, I've read the top main eventer like John Morrison being the main
Guys,
event.
and by the way, if you were that good, instead of going to AEW, you could have built up your own, wrestling fed that you guys used to start from, and build up from there to actually garner somewhat of relevance. But you don't. You go over where the money is, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. Just don't be coming around shitting over guys that are more successful than you, because nowadays you guys could barely even reach 1 million. Booker T was in an era where both Raw and Monday Nitro were averaging a total of 10 million people watching. That's most of the United States televisions around that time. You guys are
Indeed,
not
yeah.
even big at streaming services.
Yeah, we're
Disney
much better
Plus,
consuming.
Disney Plus is not picking you up. Your Paramount Plus doesn't even want to fuck with AEW or Rampage. No, none of these people.
Secondly, who the fuck knows about Fighter TV?
Go to
Fighter
Fight
TV.
What is that? It's so you can watch not Bellator, not UFC. See these piss break.
If that's the case, you could have just went to Daz. You could have located that shit to a Dazzin network. At least you would have got your money's worth for that shit over there than fucking Fighter TV.
These wrestling fans just make watching wrestling or even trying to get involved in it to the set of just going over the headlines unappealing. You guys are not inviting people.
Especially towards people that don't have the same ideologies as you, especially same taste in wrestling as you. Then you claim they're nothing but, marks and fucking casuals.
Yeah, no, seriously. Oh wait, hold on. I actually have it right here. I have it right here. Give me a second.
I hate this gatekeeping shit in general. No matter what I love, when in terms of games I play, in terms of what I like to do, what sport I watch, my favorite team, this and that. It's all I hate that gatekeeping shit. Them setting a false, standard that you have to be applied to be deemed a true fan, a true master, or a true expert at this certain criteria or culture. Yeah, in general, I hate that.
No, so they can feel like they have some type of supremacy of intelligence that they didn't have in their high school life, so they can feel like they're top of their own subculture. That's fucked up.
Exactly.
For everybody
since
else.
That's the only grasp of control you'll have in your own life because you couldn't grasp control in any other parts of your life. So you have to take it upon others to, make them feel miserable.
Back in the day, watching WWF or watching WWE back in the day used to be the same thing as probably watching a top drama show or watching pro football on late night. Now it's compared to just watching anime.
Yeah, at this point, it's catered to children. At this point,
no, it's not catered to children. It's catered to pregnant weirdos coming around fighting over on live events, possibly because they thought whose asshole was bigger, John Moxley's or Kenny Omega's. All right, here's a comment right here. I just hope, and this is the comment over from Booker T when he talked about the physique of Adam Cole. I just hope that when I'm old and retired, I don't lower myself to some shit ass podcast where I trash the younger generation that just chasing the same fortune wrestling has afforded me. Go fuck yourself, Adam Page. What do you have that Booker T doesn't? He's a tenured veteran.
I mean, Booker T would have. Is Booker T doing spinneroonies alone is more over than what Adam Page will do collectively, anyways.
Booker T breaking his hip on the spinneroonie. Booker T breaking his hip on a spinneroonie is more of a job than Adam Cole doing his dumbass buckshot lariat. What are you doing high flying moves when a cowboy is supposed to be more of, a brawler? You have no character. You're an indie jobber that did part-time high school teacher.
Listen.
Oh God!
If you play Mortal Kombat at this point, you can cosplay as Aaron Black from Mortal Kombat 11. No one will be able to tell the difference. That's how irrelevant your character is.
Aaron Black has more testosterone than Adam Cole. Adam.
Yeah, from Mortal Kombat, you could have cosplayed as him, and he had more fucking personality than fucking Adam Page as a cowboy character.
Have you ever thought that it's possible that maybe some of them are actually giving a decent criticism? I don't know if someone that works in my field has for longer than I've been alive tried talking to me about it. I'd listen. Thank you, Black and Broody. That was actually a good talk. Whoever doesn't remember King Kai from Dragon Ball Z, that's who it is. It's the fat blue dude.
Yeah, let me check the comment. I haven't checked the comment section, but yeah.
It's right there.
Oh,
he literally brought up what I bring up. Literally, if it's not just if you wanted to listen a bit more, I think Booker T obviously has positive criticisms, but the one thing he says, maybe get your physique up, look more imposing. You're a wrestler. The most things a wrestler is known for is beating somebody up. What is realistic about Adam Page's last Yu-Gi-Oh tournament win built physique? Who wants to be built like that and think that you can beat a guy up like Jon Moxley, like Christian Cage, like CM Punk, or like bigger dudes, like Wardlow?
I've seen a random named James Ellsworth get more over than fucking half of those guys right now, just for basically kissing up on Carmella.
Pat McAfee is more over as a wrestler than the majority of the AEW roster.
I mean, Pat McAfee, and coincidentally, didn't he beat him at a takeover as well? So and he already got he's still more over.
And he was more of the draw. He had better promos.
He beat him at a takeover.
Wait, let me read this one real quick. Sorry, but people like Cornette, Bischoff, and Booker T are not worth listening to because their advice is outdated. Looking good is outdated. It's like asking an 80-year-old man advice on marriage, as he says the man has to be in charge of everything. That's not what he was saying. That's not even close to how he even put it up. Do you even listen to that guy because he's been around longer? Yes. You listen to more successful people that's been more experienced to you. That's how being in the business works.
Yeah.
Even though people hate Tom Brady, even if you were a kid and you grew up,
people are content with making money.
Yeah,
alone instead of being big.
Yeah, and guess what? Even if I hated Tom Brady when I was a kid and I got into the league and I played under him, guess who the fuck I got to listen to if I want to get a starting job over him? Him, exactly. I'd rather listen to him, get my paycheck, and win whatever I can, and have. I just be there for the money, not because I wanted to buy luxurious things, because I actually want to live for myself and have a family to look out for. Look, I learned shit like that the hard way when it came to trying to learn blocking techniques, trying to learn how to rip, I learned from the guy that's starting over me. That's how it works. If you want to get to the position you want, you listen to the guy that actually got the position you got. You're not a Hall of Famer, Adam Page. You're not making money. You don't own a wrestling school. You don't go on TV that much, and you don't have a podcast where it's getting sponsored by ESPN. Hang on, who doesn't have a wrestling school? Oh yeah, Adam Page, yeah. I know somebody who has a wrestling school. Who? I know a lot of wrestlers have wrestling schools like Seth Rollins, so I don't know who else. Well, nobody ever heard of him. I know what reality of wrestling is. I don't know what Seth Rollins no, he has I think he has a black belt academy called school in Iowa. Oh god. Training the local upcomings in Iowa. In Iowa? That's what I heard. Oh, that's nice. But it's just I know what Booker T's done. Even fucking Gangrel was over than him over that fucking one time he appeared on. I'd rather listen to Al Snow that everybody got head Uh, anybody, anybody got head? Well, like
I'd
I
rather
listen
listen
to
to
Al Snow.
look.
Hornswoggle has more
I'd rather
experience.
listen to Hornswoggle portraying the anonymous GM than listen to a Hangman promo.
What's Hangman Page promo? When he was world champion, when he's supposed to be the top of his game. I'm glad to
When I
be
was
here.
world champion, I had a couple of titles back in my day, and I
No,
fucking cowboy.
Adam Page just talks like the promo generator you had over on Universe Mode.
Yeah, especially with a southern accent that sounds about robotic back in the day.
Nobody brings
Just
you up into.
slightly
No one brings
robotic,
you up
yeah.
to any conversation. No AW fan brings you up and said they just say that you're a great wrestler. They don't bring up anything about your character. You guys are so not over. You think any fan feels like they want to interact with you in a personal level, other than try to harass your house? I'm sorry. That means you're in a compelling character. You think nobody pretends to role play as how they want to be when they hang out with Trevor from GTA, or how it is to drink a beer with Stone Cold? That's how to show that over that you are. That means that you're you're a well-known personality, and somebody wants to either be with you or be around you. Nobody wants to be around the majority of the AW roster because you guys wrestle children, are fans that aren't and act like children, and have the mentality of the business that is childlike, because you still think that how it was on TV means it's going to be like that backstage. I keep fucking hearing that every time whenever these jobbers get released and then they go over to AEW, being like, it isn't
Yeah.
like how it was when I was a kid. Of course it isn't. You were a
Of course
kid.
it is. Exactly, and also, I find them funny, the majority of them shit on WWE after they leave, because they're that bitter.
So they can fill up some favoritism with Tony Khan, that Microsoft pedo weirdo looking that llama face looking motherfucker.
That fucking, Gen X Vince Russo look-alike
Oh
motherfucker.
god, Tony Khan does not look. There is no masculine bone in Tony Khan's body, and some guy that's probably straight, got friend zoned more than 10 times, is gonna tell me it's not. Well, it's overrated to be masculine. Huh? What's going on?
Wait, what?
Your girlfriend's name is Jim, right?
Jim?
Oh, that's how weird it is. That's how weird it is. Hey, let me read more of the comments before we continue on. It's a good idea to insult someone who had drawn 1,000 times more than you. I know your gimmick has that you want to be a liberal people's champion, but you aren't an expert in drawing eyes, as you didn't when you had the chance. MP, that's brutal,
Mm-hmm.
and he's absolutely right. He had the chance, he had the TV time, he had the segments, and he has had 60-minute matches with Danielson, a pay-per-view match against CM Punk, main eventing, no less. So you literally had the most TV time with the fucking Dark Order. You share TV time with the Dark Order, and you're coming
Mm-hmm.
around saying, and guess what? AEW was drawing when he was world champion. YTC.
What?
They came around when when Kenny Omega was still world champion. At least they were getting near a million. Then they draw like a 1.1 or a 1.2. Then when Hangman was world champion, 700,000,
Yeah.
800,000, a bit of 900,000. TNA at their worst was at least drawing like what?
Yeah, back in the late
1.6?
2000s, back in the mid 2000s to early 2010s, yeah.
Yeah, they were. And guess what? Main Event Mafia. That's why I was watching TNA.
And also Aces of Eights, yeah. Aces of Eights.
Too.
Booker T at the point. Remember Jay Lethal and Ric Flair, McFoley?
Hulk Hogan when he
Hogan.
showed up
Yeah.
with Immortal. I can remember that
Sting.
shit. I can remember
Yes.
one segment with Hangman. You can't tell me one promo from Hangman.
Hell, even half of their theme songs in TNA are way over than Adam Page is. Beer,
I know
money. And then Jeff Hardy's best second. If it wasn't for No More Words, this would be his best theme. Another to me.
I swear, I don't know why. I just couldn't. I can't listen with that without thinking like the fan base was so depressed. Another May is one that'll
What there will
never
never be.
be.
It might just be my bias towards grunge music that growing up. So yeah, that's just it.
Yeah, I understand grunge fans would love that. I think you. I think he's referencing the obsession of the the obsession of Cornette he has with diminishing diminishing the Young Bucks, trashing anyone who agrees to work with Orange Cassidy. Brian last interracial hate of Adam Cole because he had lacked an Omega hate, as opposed to criticism to opposed to critiquing booking and storylines. Well,
Yeah,
it is criticism because he's critiquing the wrestlers. They work so those storylines can work, and not a lot of people when they watch TV in the wrestling match are going to take Adam, Orange Cassidy seriously because his whole gimmick is just being lazy in a wrestling match against a guy that's possibly going to beat him in 2 seconds. And they should do that with Orange Cassidy. And I think that would get Orange Cassidy more over and help him get a win. If he's too lazy, guess what that means? He's letting himself get too open, and that's going to cost him to lose a lot more.
yeah.
But no, he just super mega wrestler doing tope suicidas with my hands on my pockets. No, that's not fucking cool. You act lazy, guess what? You're going to get beaten up. That's how it works. You're telling me Wardlow's going to allow him to low kick him for 10 seconds and he's not going to try to powerbomb him like he did MJF at Double or Nothing? Young Bucks are rip-off Hardys that do super kicks. They're
Young
literally,
Bucks, yeah.
They're just C plus Motor City Machine
All
Guns.
they did, yeah, Motor City Machine Guns with the Uso movesets in terms of super kicks.
Just more choreographed with lack of psychology and no personality.
And basically, their whole personality is based off one move.
They wear Jordans. That means we're cool. We're in our 40s and
we
Young Bucks.
Oh, we wear Jordans, so that means we pertain to a lot of minorities now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, see, the secret marketing that AEW's trying to sneak in, right? Secret marketing.
We got a Black Spider-Man. The urban fan base is gonna love it. Like Tyrone over here, our intern. What the fuck did you say to me?
And plus, the best part is to make him half Dominican and half black. So, kill two birds with one stone for both cultures.
Sorry, YTC, we had to share our bloodline with you.
Wait, what?
I'm joking. Okay, but still, though, it's just a terrible marketing ploy when you try to feel like, well, the minority, of course, likes it, so that means we got to try too to relate to the minority instead of making characters for ourselves. That's weird. That's a weird way to market shit.
Whatever gets to them to be woke and pander, basically anything. They're not desperate.
Okay, not quite the same fortune. Interest in the wrestling has diminished from where decades ago.
TV interest in TV alone that has diminished. I looked at a video, but yeah, I agree with one of the why WWE has failed in ratings. Basically, people are not consuming TV like they used to because now it's easy to stream it. Why watch an entire show, let alone wrestling? Then you can just watch a 5-minute highlight clip.
Yeah,
to
but
recap the entire show.
Guess what YTC? Guess what you can stream that's always a conversation starter anywhere you go. Stranger Things.
Yeah.
That's a seasonal TV show that's streamed over on.
Hey, listen, Netflix. You want to start a conversation, on video game? Last of Us. No. Especially after the second one.
Yeah, Abby can totally beat us in an arm wrestling competition. I'm just saying. And a measuring contest, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Sorry. Dang, man. Tell them how you really feel. Also, all of them besides Stone Cold Steve Austin and Chris Jericho couldn't even lace your boots in the... What the fuck? Are you comparing Hangman Adam Page to Chris Jericho and Steve Austin? Huh? I'm sorry.
Hangman to Chris Jericho. Are you... Cocaine's a hell of a drug. That's all I'll say.
I'm sorry. Even AEW at least had, was relevant because of a little bit of the bubbly.
Yep. Little bit of the bubbly, both inward and outward, especially when when he was on the bubbly and when he wasn't off the was off the
In,
bubbly
inward,
from the body
outward,
physique.
Squidward.
Especially when he had no, especially with and without the bubbly physique.
Oh shit! Is that a pregnant mom? Maybe we shouldn't be,
Yeah,
airing out.
he looked like a retired mom in her 40s.
Legitimately look like
Especially with
she.
the Hawaiian shirts when he was wearing rocking the Hawaiian shirts. He was like a
He
retired
literally
mom.
looks. He literally looks like Tammy Stitch in one of her videos. No disrespect. Sure, I'm sorry. Sounding like a. Oh God, Margaret Barbie voice. Wait. So this chick is dressed like Barbie or something? BET Barbie. Just say Black Barbie. What's the difference? You don't work with BET. Oh, so this woman just cosplays as any Barbie thing. That's nice.
Whoa, who we're talking about?
Somebody by the name of Margaret Robbie.
Oh, Margaret Robbie?
Yeah.
I thought we were going to talk Tiffany Stratton, but that works well.
Tiffany Stratton, she has a great physique, but she's a bit muscular.
The Barbie, yeah. When you said Barbie, I'm like, oh, we're talking about her?
Yeah, you said Tiffany Stratton. She's a bit like, she's not fitting to be Barbie. Yeah, I get it. She looks nice.
No, she has a good physique. Yeah, obviously she could. Yeah.
A bit too cut.
Yeah.
But I can see what you mean. Oh my God, Mimir's gonna look like that in the game.
Mira? Oh yeah, I forgot the AEW game's coming out.
Oh God.
Is THQ producing it? THQ?
Hopefully it's good.
Hopefully so, because it's THQ. It's so.
It's like THQ is gonna make this the best wrestling game ever. And also, we took some ideas from the Street Fighter Last Strike video game from like 1996. What's wrong with you people? I don't know what's. Hopefully this game is okay, even though I don't like the product.
Uh-huh.
And that goes for both products. Don't make it feel like I'm a fan of WWE. I want both companies to succeed, but both companies.
I'm just a wrestling fan overall. I really don't have any allegiances to one brand completely. Even though I will be more biased towards WWE because I grew up upon it.
Think about the Monday Night Wars. If you don't have an allegiance, you're not a real wrestling fan. I'm possibly gonna punch a kid in the face in a wrestling event now. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, and get myself arrested now. As the other guy did.
Jeff, come back. The worst one is Disco Inferno. At least Booker can say he was the world champion. Why does that matter? It's a prop.
I mean, Jeff Hardy's promo alone is, his promo work with standing on the rooftops nonstop.
Wow! I can't believe we got to bring back that music video. World Championship.
Yeah. It's not the music that brings me back. It's more of what happened with the entire band itself. But that's the topic for another discussion.
Cornette can say he's been everywhere, but Disco was nobody. All because look, if you spent 10 years as a jobber, you made money 10 years as a jobber. Why is that something to be ashamed of? Yeah, all because you know who else?
I mean, I think they still make a good living. I think they still make a good living.
Look, I'd rather take advice from a 20-year jobber like fucking Brooklyn
Baller, Gilbert, Gilbert.
Then Jinder Mahal that was WWE champion. You think he put butts in the seats? I think people still remember him.
I know definitely Mahal put seats in fucking India when they went over there.
Roman Reigns did more, but
I know, but yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot more people would take it from him, the guy who pinned Triple H on a SmackDown, than Jinder that don't remember except the Singh brothers taking up the ass on a commentary table for Randy. Jesus Christ, no man. Such terrible takes.
At this point, you could say the Great Khali's fucking title reign was much better than half of these title reigns in AEW.
Kind of was, because at least he was shown as a threat and actually did much for the Indian market. Like, people remember the Great Khali. Like, when you look at the Great Khali, you think of an imposing 7-footer that can just knock you down with one hand. Adam Cole slaps his thigh, built like a guy you probably that give you your Power Rewards card
Yeah,
or
that
game
probably
shop.
worked at the local Walmart or fucking convenience store. You could see.
And if we look at Adam Cole's physique, ladies and gentlemen, just know this isn't body shaming. This is just critique.
I'm I'm just saying
So that
I'm taller than Adam Cole. That's all. I'm taller than him by 1 inch. I'm not.
it's like we're just giving the critique from a guy who's seen Adam Cole, and we try to put a picture of Batista next to him and see who would you give your money to for free. Just saying. I mean, neither, unless they ask to fight you.
Uh-huh.
And I would give the money to Batista and shake his hand respectfully. So I don't want to get hurt.
Uh-huh.
And then you look at Adam Page and you just kick him in the nuts and spit at his face. I'm Adam Cole, too. Just saying. Hold up. I'm trying to look up the image. I should stop trying to add more tabs. It's just going to make it difficult to maneuver. This
It
is
makes
Adam
it more
Cole.
slower. Yeah.
Does that look like somebody that you
That
feel
does
like
not look like somebody that's imposing.
that
I know
does
that for
not look?
sure.
He's like 5'10". He has small arms and a low waist, barely a visible
Hey, I'm
abage.
5'11". My arms are built. My arms are longer than like Slender Man. Shit. Like I have slender arms for my height.
He
Really long
has
arms.
a terrible scruff beard. With
I got a full beard, so I'm cool.
this
Oh, I don't
man,
got the scruff. I got the whole long. I can grow a James Harden if I wanted to.
you can just look at Adam Cole and just oh, that's amazing. Tell me that you think you don't have a chance. You don't have a chance. You will never beat this guy when it comes to fisticuffs ever. Tell me. And if you are, you're probably a paraplegic because that would be the only reasons why you don't have hands for him. Adam
Uh-huh.
Cole just isn't. Just look at the. Oh God, he's built like that. Built like one of those stick aliens from Men in Black. That's just not. This is the most I've ever seen. Like, look, he actually looks like he has broad shoulders. Like he actually is trying hard to look like an imposing wrestler with a pretty boy look. There's nothing wrong with it. And then we look at years later, like when he's in his early 30s, when he's supposed to be in the physical prime of his career, where literally all you have to do is fake fight and look like you can beat up somebody. He only got one of those things. He can fake fight. So that guy, if he's the AEW World Champion, is going to beat a guy like this.
Uh-huh.
He's going to beat a guy like this.
Damn.
I'm sorry. Just to compare wives. No disrespect. YTC, this is no disrespect. Melissa Santos versus Britt Baker. What sounds more attractive?
Who sounds more attractive?
Yes. What name sounds more attractive?
Melissa Santos. You know the Latinos are.
And this is Melissa Santos.
Yeah, I know. Brian Cage's wife. Yeah.
She's the ring announcer for for Lucha Underground back in the day. This is her.
Yeah, Brian Cage's wife. Yeah.
Brian Cage. If I had Brian Cage's
He bagged
physique
one.
and I had Blue Chew, bro, I'm not stopping. Ever. But you look at Adam Cole's wife, and this is no disrespect to Britt Baker. She's a good talent, but come on. We've probably met a Britt Baker before. She was probably in our school teaching our class. Or somebody called a bitch over in customer service.
Yeah.
Or some chick you just bumped through at the street. And it's even worse, and this goes for everybody in wrestling. They don't dress like a star. You don't see guys dressed up in suits or expensive Gucci wear. Why aren't the world champions wearing expensive clothes? You see LeBron James.
LeBron James come all decked out to a random game. Yeah, he comes all decked out.
Designer clothes. You see him in expensive suits, jewelry, glasses. That guy looks like he's untouchable. I look at Adam Page. He looks like he just noticed that somebody fucked his wife when he wasn't home on the road.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And Thunder Rosa, too. Thunder Rosa, she's just a C. Maybe somebody that she's a B, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's your preference. Oh shit! I have it backwards.
But yeah, I wouldn't, pass through the street and think it was him, unless he
Hi,
told me it was him.
I'm Thunder Rosa, and Brock hates Latinas.
Brock? I mean, technically, you also JBL if you're gonna put him in that conversation.
Go back to that damn wall.
Go back to your country, scaring off immigrants, in that one promo where he went immigrant hunting.
Don't try this.
I'm surprised that didn't offend the culture, Rosa. You didn't get pressed to JBL about that.
Go to your green. No. What did Brock Lesnar do? Just mock the culture.
All he did was hire a mariachi band. That's it. He did not do any. All he did was hire a mariachi band. They were paid to do what they were told to do and play mariachi music.
You think mariachi bands aren't stereotypical in WWE? They do that for Alberto Del Rio. They did that when Chavo Guerrero, when he was ECW World Champion. You think that's not insulting a bit to your culture that they're only known for doing?
Or basically because they want to incorporate it because it's actually part of their identity with the culture?
Yeah, while JBL's getting rid of the goddamn Latinos, taking our jobs and stuff because he's a $1 million tycoon. You don't think about that while Vicky Guerrero is telling you to get your green card. Hypocrite. He's a fucking hypocrite. I'm sick and tired. Stop trying to villainize another company that's more successful than you because financially, the way that they're getting money are streaming services and making
also international marketing. Also because keep in mind WWE is a public traded company, so they can get half of their money off of public marketing.
TNA, even with their first 3 years on Spike TV after they were done being a weekly pay-per-view and finished being on Fox Sports, they were garnering a lot more play. They were actually more notable at Wrestle Kingdom than you guys were with this Forbidden Door crap. Because people could tell you, oh, did you know Kurt Angle faced Brock Lesnar in Japan? Wait, what? Like, no one's gonna tell me that.
And I'm sure Kurt Angle fought Phil the random janitor at the fucking $5 gym.
I thought you were about to say failed another drug test while he was at it, but that's besides the point. We're not talking about Perk Angle. That's 99 overall.
What? 99 overall?
Perk Angle is 99 overall.
Yep.
Bestiality, sex. What did you just say? You suck dick. You suck dick. You suck. Man. Dewdrop. What? Somebody's fat shaming her?
What happened now?
Nothing. It just looks like she's no, there's a new render update on her on 2K22. That's the thing that's trending. What? They just took out the stretch marks from her game model. Why is Becky Lynch trying to look like Bella Thorne in this bitch? What's the thing here?
At first, she went for looking like Haley Williams from Paramore to fucking Bella Thorne now.
This looks weird. She's trying to look 23.
She's in her Paramore face for someone in the early 30s.
What woman would you ask on a date in this picture? YTC, just asking.
For someone early in their 30s.
Oh God, there's nobody early. Okay, probably Dewdrop and probably is Nikki ASH like 31? She looks
Nikki
like she's
ASH?
IT, yeah.
ASH.
And of course we got Shayna Baszler that's like 50. I think she started.
Remember when her and Eric Young were in a stable?
Oh
yeah, such good times. Good times.
Oh God, remember Sanity in their "I Love Mud" fucking theme song?
Primus, ripoff. They copied it. I mean, they probably copied, the Shield helicopter intro,
Oh, God. Sierra Hotel, India, Gecko, Lima. I think the Houston Texans kind of ripped that off in that game before.
Yeah, remember they came just up to the Shield only to get blown out by like fucking 30 plus points or something.
That's depressing.
They got blown out. They came out just like the Shield.
Oh
Remember when the
man.
Weekend, the Weekend also came out as the fucking Shield when Seth Rollins came on?
Sierra.
Oh,
He comes around just
Sierra
singing
Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield. Yeah.
Shield. What the hell, Riddle? What the hell? It's a boy. Yeah. Riddle gotta stop doing Orton's moves. Like, god damn it, he's not dead. Like, stop doing his moves. Of course, Natalia. Your sister's hotter than you, Natalia. I hope you know that.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen Natalia's sister?
Yeah, her sister was fine. Yeah.
God damn. How is she married? Good,
Yeah,
good, good, good on the guy though.
Uh-huh.
Saturday Night Live gotta stop. It's gotta
Wait, who?
die. Saturday Night Live. Yeah. And whatever this Mads Kruger is that the Riddler? This is
The
the
what?
Riddler. The Riddler.
What, Matt
Riddle me
Riddle?
this. Riddle me this, Batman. Who acts like a cat and like kids?
Who am I?
Shane Dawson.
Oh, too soon?
Oh no, you're violent.
Who said Shane Dawson?
That's wrong. Jaden Smith. Ezra Miller. I don't know who that is. 38 seconds. Prince Andrew. What the fuck? James Charles. Wow. I want to find more like this, to be honest. Give me a sec. Is there something actually called Riddle Me This? Not Riddle Me This, John Cena. Who's black, but actually is white?
Wait, who?
Vince.
What?
Who's black, but actually is white? Wait,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
even like. Oh man, it's never truly good. No, stop.
Wait, she's sucking up a thumb? Yo! I am sorry. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I should not have put that on share screen, bro. Oh, that was. Thank God we're an hour in.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God we're an hour in. Let me just find this dumbass shit real quick before. This is never seen in public again. Okay, let me see. Riddle me this. If the sun goes down every night, why can't you? Recharge my solar batteries. Oh. Riddle me this. She can argue for hours about nonsense, but 5 minutes ago into going down on you and your jaw hurts. Wait, I'm sorry, what? Wait, YTC,
Who
can
am
you
I?
read this real quick?
Wait, what?
Read this real quick.
Wait, what?
This one right here.
Riddle me this. She can argue for hours about nonsense, but 5 minutes into going down on you, her jaw hurts. Oof.
Amber Heard.
If ever a turd.
Close enough. Trying to find. Oh, I thought this would be a whole. I thought this would be a whole feed on this.
Oof. I'm looking at the match cards because I have to update my thing. Just looking at the match cards. So I can do Money in the Bank this Saturday.
Look at Shannon Sharp looking like the oldest senior in the school.
There I am. The Milk Dud versus Theory.
The LeBron fanboy over here. Remember, who's Amir Kofi dropping 42? Robert Covington dropped 43 points. Jesus Christ, I forgot about that. Riddle me this, Batman. Who's loud and obnoxious? Likes everything that rhymes. But the minority of the population but commits half the crimes. The Joker. What do you thought I was about to say?
I don't know. You tell me.
Good. Those black people. What can walk on 4 legs and 3 legs?
Well, what can walk on?
Huh?
What? Wait, what? The riddle?
Yeah.
What is it?
What can walk on 4 legs and 3 legs and 2 legs?
Walk on 4 legs, 3 legs, 2 legs. I don't know.
An amputee dog.
Oh, wow.
Somebody said an old man. You see why she doesn't do big brain plays, bro. I'm just saying.
More riddles.
So good. We gotta feel so good to go back to the gym tomorrow.
Yeah. For
Gonna
me,
get some.
Go ahead.
Gonna shoot some hoops. Get an enjoyable lunch. Try to get the most out of my day off as I can.
That's all for the weekends for me. Before I do my streams, I'll do those. Yeah. Normally get up early to go to the park, get my workout in. Not at the parks.
Yeah, I feel you. You're gonna cover one game over the athletic series?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay.
I had to postpone to tomorrow because I was busy. Yeah, I'm covering tomorrow.
I'm more focused on the
Tuesday, and also I'm going to the one on Wednesday. I'm also going to the one on Wednesday at 1 in the afternoon with my sister. So yeah.
Oh, that's
going
cool.
to a game.
I thought this was a road game. We're at home.
Yeah, we're at home. We won today, 9-5.
In a 3-game series?
Yeah, we're on a 3-game series with the A's.
Oh, that's going to be easy money. And I'm more concerned about our game back against Houston after we lost 2-3.
I mean, we split the series actually. We ended up splitting the series, so we're good.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, that was concerning with that 16 no-hitter inning. That was very concerning. But yeah, we got over the hump and eventually split the series. And Judge proving he's worth all that money.
Something's in the way. Ooh. Anybody watch that Batman film?
No. I don't catch up with old films like I used to because I've been pretty busy. I haven't watched movies since a lot of movies since 2019. That's how out of the loop I am. I've been very busy.
Well, I haven't watched a movie since May. I think it's Dr. Strange film.
I didn't watch a movie since the whole Spider-Man film. I haven't watched anything really big.
How could you be far from home when you're homeless? Something's in the Zubak, Wall.
If I get to it, I'll get to it. But that's basically my mindset. If I have time and it's on my mind, I'll get to it.
It's like, so this is the roster: Joel Powell, Paul George, Kawhi, Zubak, Reggie Jackson, Luke Kennard, Covington, Morris, and Batum. All this depth for 43 wins. Let's go. Kawhi, my leg.
Kawhi, my leg. Pandemic overrated P.
I'm not overrated. I'm just inconsistent. Wait, that's not helping my case at all. Oh, my knee. I think I'll be missing 2 months of the season. Reggie,
yeah, and just to come back, to drop at least 3 random 30-point games to get people to think that I have potential again.
Did Tony Khan just hug Cesaro? Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Tony Khan's a weirdo, bro. Who just hugs their acquisition? Who
I'm surprised he didn't kiss Adam Cole the moment he got him.
didn't he hug Jay White for no reason?
Yeah.
Why?
It's only a matter of time until he gets fucking Will Ospreay to AEW completely, and then he just randomly kisses him.
Thank God it's illegal for him to go 10 feet from his female employees. If he touched the female, I don't think we're able to show it on camera what he has. So, just saying.
Yep.
Even a handshake would be dangerous.
Yeah.
Just saying. We don't want Tony Khan to be around, especially the ones that are a bit younger.
Indeed. Hang on,
Miro.
Bobby.
Miro. I like Miro. He's the only guy in AEW I actually like because I actually had faith in Rusev.
Yeah, I had faith in the whole Rusev Day thing when he was back in WWE, yeah. And when he was undefeated. Before he lost to Golden Shovel Cena.
And now he got promo skills. He actually has personality. He has a look at his physique. He actually looks like an imposing Moscow Mauler.
Yeah, Rusev. He had a physique during the Rusev Day. He was muscular and big, yeah, during the Rusev days.
You telling me Brian Cage, Lance Archer, and Miro would run circles against most of these jobbers that go for the world title?
Exactly, yeah.
That's sad. Well, don't want to push up too late because obviously I could tell everybody's tired, and I want to enjoy my DiGiorno pizza later tomorrow, even though DiGiorno is terrible.
Okay.
But that's it for me. Thank you for YTC. Hope everybody goes up and pulls up to his streams.
I'll be on tomorrow. Yeah, at 7 o'clock I'll be over for the Yankees and A's.
So the Yankees and A series, he'll be live for those games for Game 2. And of course he also does USFL coverage of any of you guys interested in that league.
I mean, USFL, it's only the championship this Sunday that's over. Preseason next month I'll do in August.
Okay, so we also have that for sure.
It's basically the entire month of July will be wrestling and baseball. That entire month and then football back.
Yeah, we're gonna be having a lot of that over the summer. But that's it for the streams until next time. And of course I'll be uploading over what happened over the fight and what else happened around Monday Night Raw later this week.
Look forward to it. All right. You guys have a good night for whoever hears this. All right, YTC out. Have a good night.
DST out as well.